Some people you feel like they don't eat to live as much as they live to eat. Maybe one of you is like that, or has a friend at least, who eats to this extent. No matter what you put in front of them, they devour it all without any assistance. And this type, if they get hungry, can be a big problem for the whole group. In the animal world, there are creatures that gorge themselves in a way you can't imagine, but the difference here is that they eat to survive. Welcome to Feral Finds, where reality meets mystery and the real intertwines with the imaginary. Imagine a creature that doesn't sleep more than a few minutes a day, just so it doesn't stop eating. If it goes 2 hours without eating, it dies. The American pygmy shrew, or the American least shrew, is a mouse-like animal that lives in the northern parts of North America. It weighs between 2 to 4 grams, and its length is estimated at 5 centimeters. It is considered the smallest mammal on Earth, not only in America, but also globally. Due to its high metabolism rate, it needs to eat 3 times its body weight daily. So if it weighs 4 grams, it needs to eat 12 grams every day. That's equivalent to approximately a tablespoon of our food. But to grasp how challenging this is for it, imagine a human weighing 70 kilograms needing to eat 210 kilograms daily, or they'll die. That's why the American pygmy shrew must constantly hunt for insects, worms, and the like every 15 to 30 minutes at most to gather the 12 grams throughout the day. This means it can only sleep for a few minutes at a time, quickly like that, and if it can't find food within 2 hours, it could die. By the way, you can now reflect on how long you've gone without eating and who among you is like the shrew. Write to us in the comments, and while you're at it, hit the like button to help us reach more people, and subscribe and activate the bell for those who haven't subscribed yet. Let's get back to our topic. Imagine with me someone who weighs about 60 kilograms and eats a meal weighing 65 or 70 kilograms in one sitting. The Burmese python is considered one of the largest snakes in the world. Its length ranges from 4 to 7 meters, and it can weigh up to 90 kilograms. Although it doesn't eat more than once a month, this time it shows no mercy. It chooses strange prey to feed on. Its diet is mainly based on birds and small mammals, but sometimes it goes for prey that is extremely dangerous. It has been observed before devouring a fox, and sometimes it feeds on prey larger than itself in size. What's even more amazing is that it swallows the prey as it is, all at once. The Burmese python is not venomous or anything, but it has sharp teeth with which it bites the prey before coiling around it and squeezing it until it suffocates. Finally, it takes it in with just one bite. But how can it swallow prey like that, especially if it's larger than itself? Burmese pythons have elastic ligaments in their jaws that help with swallowing. However, in a study conducted in 2013, a very strange thing was revealed in the genes of the Burmese python. Specifically, during digestion, the snake's genes undergo a change in activity, as if activating a feature in its body that increases the speed of the digestion process. Moreover, its organs during this period increase in size terrifyingly, to the point where they reach 150% of their original size. It remains in this state for a period ranging from 24 to 48 hours, until it digests and returns to its normal size. Can you imagine that this bird's heart beats at a rate of 1,200 times per minute? This number is very large, as the human heart beats at a rate ranging from 60 to 100 beats per minute. Surprising, isn't it? The movement of the wings of hummingbirds during flight is extremely difficult and exceeds the capacity of the naked eye to see. Some species move their wings at a rate of more than 50 beats per second, and sometimes up to 70 beats. To achieve this incredible speed, they need very high energy, to the extent that each bird needs to consume an amount of nectar equal to twice its weight daily. So if its weight is 4 grams, it needs 8 grams of nectar. To meet these high nectar needs, they need to visit from 1,000 to 2,000 flowers per day. Elephants are not only the largest wild animals in the world, but they also have a diverse diet in the wild. Elephants feed on roots, grasses, fruits, and even tree bark. They spend most of their day eating. As for their sleep, it does not exceed 4 hours a day. The weight of an elephant ranges between 2,000 and 7,000 kilograms, and its enormous size requires consuming large amounts of food. Unlike wildcats such as tigers, which can hunt prey and consume enough of it, leaving the rest for the next day, elephants are not sparing. An adult elephant consumes 136 kilograms of food daily. To consume this large amount of food, an elephant needs to drink 200 liters of water daily. There are people, if hunger overtakes them and food is placed in front of them, they eat at a frantic pace. But there is no comparison to the speed of eating of any creature on Earth, no matter how hungry, with the star-nosed mole. Here we are talking about the fastest eater on Earth. This peculiar creature is considered one of the weirdest animals ever seen. Its name derives from its nose, which is characterized by a star-like structure containing 22 tentacles, each equipped with sensory receptors totaling over 25,000 sensory receptors. When underground, this organ is its capital. Despite this animal having almost no sight, through this organ, it can feel every movement around it and easily find its food of insects and worms, and most importantly, at an incredible speed, being able to locate, catch, and eat its prey in less than a quarter of a second. Most people, when they start eating, begin with tasting, meaning they take a piece of pizza from here, a piece of meat from there, and then they start. This behavior is shared with most types of sharks in the world, led by the largest marine predators, the great white shark. But on the other hand, the tiger shark has no interest in tasting at all. It eats anything that comes in front of it right away. And of course, by anything, I mean any food it prefers, like fish and such. No, the word literally means anything. Fish, birds, venomous snakes, crocodiles, another shark, anything. Its teeth are so powerful that it can even crush the shells of sea turtles before eating them. You might think it's normal, as it's a predator, surely it will eat anything from these. Let me tell you, if it finds even a metal plate in the water, it will eat it. Tin cans, a bit of charcoal, bring it on and so forth. It doesn't discriminate, it just eats anything that comes in its path. The blue whale is the largest creature on Earth, so it's natural that it would be among the biggest eaters. We're talking about an animal that can weigh up to 200 tons, but how much food would satisfy its hunger? Well, it eats about 15 tons of food every day. But what might surprise some people is that despite being the largest animal, it doesn't eat anything large. In fact, it doesn't even have teeth. Its main meal is something small, like krill. It consumes nearly 4,000 kilograms of krill per day. You might wonder, how can something as small as krill provide 4,000 kilograms of food? Well, krill is usually found in massive groups. The blue whale has a reliable method. It takes in as much krill as possible in one gulp. It dives into krill swarms, opens its mouth, and swallows all the water along with the krill. Then, using its giant tongue, it pushes out the water. As we said, the blue whale doesn't have teeth, but it has something called baleen plates instead. They are like teeth, but not strong enough to chew. Their structure is similar to human fingernails. Their main function is as a filter. The whale swims into a krill swarm, sucks them in, filters out the water, and continues with the krill. That's it. And don't forget, if you have any suggestions for topics, write them in the comments. Most of the episodes we make nowadays are based on your comments. Goodbye,